over $100 on the line here for this specific best of 5. To the bottom right hand side from Prophecy Esports, our blue Zerg player. It is Reynor. And to the upper left hand side, we do have the red Terran player. He's actually been playing this guy, playing Reynor quite a lot lately. In a few different events here and there. He is uThermal. And of course, guys, you can support each player with a hashtag Reynor or hashtag uThermal in the chat. Let us know who you are supporting, who you are cheering on in this event. Let us know who you want to see taking this one home. Our players, by the way, let me see how much they have played each other recently. Well, not too much actually. They actually played in the Christmas Invitational, of course, that's why I saw them recently. WardiTV Christmas Invitational Group B was a 2-1 victory for uThermal, and then at WSG they played in the group stages as well as a 2-1 for uThermal as well. But yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking of. Just in terms of, hey, like, yeah, it feels like they've played a couple of times lately. And these results keep happening in the 2-1. So let's see if Reynor can make it happen this time to pick up his 3rd online tournament win within a week or so. That'd be pretty impressive. What's up? Dissioed, Diet Soda. I'm just gonna call you Diet Soda. It's so easy in comparison. Coming in for the $10 sub, the tier 2. It's a special day when you get a fresh tier 2 sub. Thank you so much. Guys, let's see some love, some Wardy hearts in the chat. For a fresh new sub on the $10. Very, very much. Really appreciate it. I just can't. Just the combination of letters in your name is just like Dissioed. Is that it? Dissioed? Disioed? Dissioed? Is that how it's meant to be? Ay. Hey, Gerda. Thank you so much for thinking I max fish my tournaments. Welcome to the ban room. Ay. You guys are fucking brain dead. No, not you guys in general, but some of these people make some stupid ass bets, lose some money because they're fucking too immature to only bet for fun, and they lose like $100 because they think like someone's a favorite, so they can't possibly lose, and then then they lose their money, and just life's not fair, and it's just fucking insane, and people just the world's against them, and it can't be their fault. It's not them, it's me, because I'm the one match fixing. Yeah, okay, like I don't know, guys, you need to maybe see someone. Like, if you're getting this mad because you're losing money betting on StarCraft, I think you need help. Chill. It'll be okay. God damn. Lots of hashtags coming on in. Let's see where that poll is going. uThermal is rocking on up to 64%, but it's back and forth. Hashtag Reynor from Bartimus, from Bonfi911, from I Prefer Not To, and Keedom. Hashtag actually both says random chords. It doesn't work like that, buddy. Tongue Dill with the hashtag uThermal, so it's Harakilla. Dare Cookie as well, also hashtagging uThermal. LJ Divinity. Papa Mitch on the hashtag Reynor though. It says best of 3. Well, that's not wrong. We didn't just go from best of 3 semi-finals to best of 5 semi-finals to best of 3 finals. It is best of 5, guys. Sorry, thank you very much for pointing that out. Be happy, BG. It is indeed best of 5. Alright, Novel going down over here 4 minutes in, and so far the build orders are very much what you would expect. uThermal really likes kind of, well, mech lately, and so it's not going to be a surprise to see him potentially play mech in a majority of these games here today in this grand final. So we'll see how that goes for him. He played pretty solid against Game Time in the group stage. He held pretty well against some aggressive attacks. He did lose one game when he was playing mech because of a roach attack that put him kind of behind early, and he did have trouble recovering. So we'll see how that goes. However I pronounce your name is the way it's meant to be. What if we just pronounce it backwards? Edoisid. Edoisid? Edwasad? Okay, that's even worse. God damn. Maybe can I rearrange the letters? I don't know what into. I'm gonna stop. Thank you so much for the tier 2 sub though. Do appreciate it. Anyways, we're going to see this Viking is continue to attack its way through this Overlord. Queen's going to come in and doesn't actually decide to fight against it. Anyways, big Hellbat attack, couple of Cyclones mixed in, and Reynor is really just not prepared for this right now. As we're going to be seeing the Hellbats are just going to completely destroy those Lings. A couple of them going after the drones here. And at the same time, a Liberator in the main. uThermal is all over the place. As we're going to be seeing the Hellbats and the Cyclones doing a lot of damage. And we're just going to be seeing a lot of these Lings getting cleaned on up. 12 workers picked off here. And we are going to be seeing those Queens continue to take some hits. I mean, even if you clean this up as Reynor right now, you've taken so much damage along the way. 2 more Queens going down. These Queens just gathering together on the third base. A few Hellions moving through the center. We are just going to be seeing the Hydralisk Den on the main. Back and forth on the chat pulls, by the way, as these Hellions do dive in. Oh my god! The Hellions dive in to see the drones lining on up. And that's going to be 9 more workers. If Reynor wasn't having tough enough time already, now he really is in a bit of a tough spot. That was brutal. I was going to say back and forth on the chat. Reynor took the lead for a while, but Reynor's uThermal was back up there. We'll check in on that again later, guys, as we do see those Lings coming up towards the top to see what else is happening. A few Hellbats coming over. Infernal Pre-Igniter coming on up. +1 vehicle weapons as well. Couple of siege tanks coming through, and again, Hydra's Lings on the way. In a way, maybe we just see Reynor trying to bust through right now. He's doubling the army supply, and he's actually going to catch these couple of Hellbats, trying to find a position where they can just trade a little bit better. SCV's trying to fight as well. Another couple of Hellbats on the way over to the right-hand side here, trying to do a little bit more. Trying to see what else they can really achieve at the moment. Is going to be seeing a refinery cancelled. I mean, again, Hydra's and Lings in production. Reynor not making any further units. Drones, I should say. Sorry, he's making only units. He picks off a tank. That'll be huge for when the Hydras arrive. Oh my god, this is going to be a bit of a push from Reynor. However, uThermal's army supply is starting to get up there. 3 tanks at a time is definitely the right direction for him. Blue Flame about to finish too. And against Ling Hydra, that should be fantastic. What's up, Nick O Boot? Nick Double O Boot. Sorry, is it Boot or is it Bot? Nick Double O Bot coming in with the brand new sub. How you doing? Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate the support. Get some woody hearts in the chat, please. For Nick Double O Bot with the brand new sub, as we see Reynor is going to go for this attack, but I really feel like the reality is there's just going to be too much Terran here right now. You see these Hydras are just not going to do enough. The Hellions, even in Hellion mode, I kind of like because it actually helps them so much with just getting in range at the right time. And that is going to be GG. uThermal picks up the first game in this. Is he going to be the man in the top left to take a 2-0 lead in the series? He's up 1-0. Our red Terran player, give it up for uThermal. He's playing against the blue Zerg to the bottom right-hand side of the map. It is from Prophecy Esports, Reynor. Roach's outdated, Hydra's overrated. Long have we waited, terminated. Says Boptimus Prime. A copy pasta. For the UFO. You pronounce it Diciode because it's easier than Diciode? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's just so weird because it changes so quickly, right? You think Diciode is correct? Okay. That's a difficult one. It's a difficult one. It's bot, but you'll take a boot. Yeah, sorry. I read it wrong with the 00 before the name. And, yeah, I read it wrong with the 00 before the name, and also it popped up, and then chat was moving so fast. So I was trying to read it from, like, my little expert window, and when I, like, really zoom in, I kind of know it says Nico Bot. You know, I sort of know it says Nico Bot and has some zeros, so I'm just like, ah, yeah, Nico Boot. Apologies, but, thank you for the sub, do appreciate Nick 00 Bot. Big attack turned out to be like 6 Hydras. Yeah, I mean, when you take that much eco damage, it's kind of rough because, like, you can sort of imagine, like, okay, trying to drone back up and then kind of macro is not going to be pretty. But also, if you try and go for a big attack and you don't already have a ton of units out because you just lost them all to Hellbats, it's not like you suddenly have a ton of money to produce a ton of units. And uThermal really did just get set up, and he was able to obviously defend pretty handily. There was a moment when the Lings were starting to run across the map and hitting the third base initially, when it was like a 36 to 18 army supply difference. But uThermal had 5 factories up, and so very soon after, boom, you know, all of these factories came into play, and suddenly the army supplies are even, and the overall fight is not even close. Just going to be seeing the few Zerglings from Reynor coming across the map here early. He is actually pulled first, and Reynor, he is currently defending against the Reaper across the map of uThermal. Whoa! Okay, he's going to cancel. Okay, so you can actually kind of understand why you would cancel here, and the reason is because of the fast link speed. Like, this was a fast gas and pool, and because of the fast link speed, you're just going to lose the CC if you keep on trying to build it anyways. So it's much better, because imagine this, you lose the SCV, and if you lose the SCV, you will not be able to rebuild it before further spam the Zerglings. Reynor, though, getting the cancel so early, didn't even have to make extra Lings. That's going to be a bit of a weird one. Factory lives, wants to become a reactive factory here. So just going to be seeing it does take the opportunity. Lings do not manage to block it, and now reacted Hellions can come on up. Starport will build a Viking early on, push back that Overlord, and take some map control of his own. And those Lings of Reynor just going to sit back outside of the natural. Again, the natural CCU now will finish up in the main, and the barracks going to move away from the tech lab. The Viking actually got cancelled there, now restarted. So cancel that for a little while. We'll put this starport on towards the tech lab very shortly, and as that happens, we're going to be seeing these Zerglings just going to come over to the left-hand side. Seeing where they can go. Well, third command center starts on up as well. And as the third command center starts on up, we do see the Baneling Nest is starting to build too. So Reynor just getting ready and really playing safe now, like completely turning this around from what he was doing in game 1. Much safer, will have the preparation ready to deal with potential Hellbat attacks, etc. And obviously that's the sort of thing that will go a long way for him. As those Lings now coming in behind the third base mineral line, they're just going to hide away there for a few moments. That Bane Nest continue to come along. They'll be finishing up very, very soon. Caster is so bad, all he talks about is subs or donations. Well, now I'm talking about you, Frostbolter 13. There you go. It's funny because I don't know if you actually listen to the cast, but I only talk about subs or donations when subs or donations come in, or mostly when there's downtime. Like at the start of the game, not much is happening. It's almost as though, as well, the subs and donations and that sort of thing is the sort of thing that keeps the stream going. It's almost amazing. It's almost like without it, you wouldn't have any StarCraft to watch on this channel at all. Which maybe you'd prefer. But that'd be a sad preference, as we do see this Ling run by, gonna come in, and we are gonna see a couple of Cyclones popping out. And they are gonna be able to clean this up, actually. Across the map, though, before Hellion drop coming into the main, but Reynor's pretty well prepared. He sees it with an Overlord. And so we are going to be seeing these Lings and Banes able to come forwards here. One Bane goes down, just lifts up instantly, realizing he may get surrounded there. So nice pickup and then pulling away. Well, 10 more factories on the way up in the main, so 3 factors in total, going up to the +1 vehicle weapons too. Lair is obviously coming up from Reynor as well, getting ready to go into his next stage, which, well, Lingbane Hydra is definitely one way to do it if he's going to be playing against the mech here, which he is going to be playing against. So we'll see how he approaches that. Ling's going to run into this natural mineral line. I mean, Hellion's on the way back home. He's going to come in with these Hellions and the Cyclones again. Only 2 or 3 workers lost, not the end of the world, but lost mining time too. It does all add up. The depot raises there, and good defense for now. Lings push back. uThermal down 26 workers though overall. Didn't find too much damage early, and so Reynor kind of getting out of control in terms of eco. To the point where 65 workers, I mean, again, 10-15 more would be nice when the 4th comes up, but for now, well, I mean, 65 workers is just like, okay, let's make unit territory. So already going into a few more Lings. I mean, obviously not just units, but just setting up in towards, upgrades and the rest. So +1 Bane speed, the hydrogen coming down. Obviously, muscular organs will come in shortly. This medevac actually gets down here without being seen this time. However, once it arrives in the main, it will be seen very quick with creep tumors and overlord. So it will be a little bit of time for Reynor to react and to defend, to try and minimize the damage he's going to take from that 4 Hellion drop. Hellions come on through, and you'll see a couple of drones coming down. 3 workers getting picked off here so far. Coming around the other side, well, he's going to be able to get quite a few here. 7, and you should get 3 of these Hellions out. 2 only. He does actually get a little bit of a surround. And a few more Hydras coming on up, and again, an extra few drones. Also just coming into play, lots of fuse, so ones to replace, and that's nice. Finally, uThermal slowing the economy just slightly, as we're also going to be getting to see this 3rd command center going into play as well. So if NCC comes on down. And here we go, coming through the center of the map. A lot of Zerglings getting ready to roll. A few Banes are about to hit Bane speed, so actually we're going to be seeing Reynor turn this into quite a aggressive moment or so. +1 vehicle plating is continuing to come on up, and as +1 vehicle plating comes up, Hellions and tanks, well, obviously it's got to be a defensive setup for uThermal. He's actually got a gap in his wall still, which means things could get on top of that quite easily. And Reynor's looking for the position to attack into. He's taking a lot of damage from this siege tank right here. Again, a few more Hydras on the way up, a few more Lings on the way up. Just spreading out, looking for this fight in. Waiting for the Hydra speed perhaps before you really just commit into this. Let's see how this goes in the next couple moments. Again, uThermal's got those Hellbats up in the medevac, so you can come in and drop on top of this army. Let's do this. 4 Queens too. This is really committed from Reynor, of course. uThermal pre-split, ready to defend, and here we go! He's finding a way to bring the rest of these Hellbats in, of course. Oh, he's pulling them back for now. These medevacs are not going forwards at all here, and Reynor is starting to bust through. I mean, now finally these Hellbats are going to come forwards and join the fray. He's going to start cleaning up a few of these Hydras, but maybe just a bit too much from Reynor at the moment. Continue to push on through. 8 SCVs so far. We're just going to continue to attack on into this. As you can see, GG. uThermal has not enough to hold on. Again, just sort of... Alright, let's kick this off. To the top right-hand side, our red Terran player from Team Liquid. He is uThermal. There's a bomb left. It is going to be our blue Zerg from Prophecy Esports, Reynor. So let's see how this game number 3 goes here on Blackpink. A map where obviously mech can work once again. I mean, mech can kind of work on every map nowadays. Be interesting to see which base uThermal moves towards and all the rest of it as we move on through this. As we are just going to be seeing hatchery gas. Actually, pull first into the hatch, gas in the hatch now. So a little bit of aggression again early here from Reynor. Last game he did get that cancel on uThermal CC, which definitely set him back a little bit in the early game. And again, a lot of good deflections, and eventually uThermal did get some damage done, right? But once he got that damage done, it was just a little bit too late. Like, there's already a point where there's 20, 25 worker difference for a while, and well, Reynor just went for that big aggressive attack, and as you can see, I mean, we saw it. He busted through quite easily. Alright. So, we're just going to be seeing these links coming across. And, again, the whole idea is that uThermal, without an SCV scout, doesn't know that this is going to be a pool first. And so, he doesn't keep his Reaper at home. And so, the Lings are just going to come all the way across and towards the natural and sort of punish this. As uThermal comes up, you will see this right away. Like, you should see that the creep is very kind of not far out. So, you should know it's pool first, but he just cancels the CC again. That's really actually kind of crazy, honestly, that he cancels the CC straight up, because I know it's 6 Lings. Does he really just not believe he can get them up at all in time, or to deal with it at all? He's also going to lose 2 workers here, which are on the low ground as well. And he's just going to be seeing the couple of Marines going to continue to pop in out. Hellion going to pop and stop on the way, another CC, just build him in. I'm just intrigued that he cancels the CC each time. I mean, obviously, this is again why you would generally want to SCV scout. You SCV scout across the map, you see that's a pull first, and immediately you can just keep the Reaper at home, which obviously usually goes a little bit better than it's gone so far. Well, anyways, behind this, it's starting to turn into fairly normal follow-up. We'll see just exactly what happens in the next moment or two, but for now, not much happening. Those hashtags are still being coming in on the chat, 53-47. You guys are pretty split between the two of them in terms of who you're feeling. So, yeah, let us know. Keep those hashtags coming in on who you're supporting. It's 1-1. It's a best of 5. Winner of this will take it on to match point. So do you see this Reaper now across the map? Fighting against speedlings is not something you see every day, but a lot of ledges here on Blackpink gives them some ability around. Now we see this natural CC is starting to move out onto the low ground. 6 Hellions, and with the Marine production, the Medevac on the way, just turning this into a bit of a Hellbat attack once more. Similar back to what we saw in Game 1, but without the Cyclones. And as he comes across here, obviously the idea is to force a lot of units. And, well, right now, Reynor's maybe in a bit of trouble. With the pull first, his queen count is, well, it's at 4, which is okay. He's got 17 lings on the map. The Medevac here will really help out as well, though. Let's see how this goes. See where uThermal attacks into, because if he goes up to the third base, he might even just be able to get a cancel on that here very quickly, because it is, well, only halfway done. But he's going to go straight into the natural and look for kind of some real damage. Reynor a bit desperate, throws down the spine crawler already, and we will see a Zerg or 2 going down. That's going to be seeing the grenade going down. Queen gets blasted back, and it's going to be seeing these Hellbats. A couple more of them about to arrive so far. The Medevac has been healing nicely. Finally gets targeted down, but the damage already done is pretty nice, because those Queens are dropping low on health, and he's picked off a whole chunk of Zerglings too. Another Hellion coming in from the backside. Already it feels as though uThermal is starting to get enough done with this, although his working count is way lower than Reynor's, and so he really has to get something done with this. Otherwise, he's going to be in trouble, right? Liberator now comes in. That's a big part of actually getting rid of these Queens, is what makes this attack so deadly, because suddenly you go from kind of having a bunch of Queens and making a Liberator somewhat useless, to all of a sudden, this Liberator is kind of unkillable because there just isn't any anti-air. Spore Crawler begins to build. Drones have had to transfer to the third base. Behind all of this, uThermal still behind 13 workers. As we just see this Liberator moving towards the third once again. Another couple of drones are going to go down. And there's 2 more drones go down here. Well, okay, the Liberator picks up a bit more damage. Still an 11 worker deficit. We've seen these couple of Hellions coming across and looking to see what's going to happen next. As at this stage, uThermal, he's done a bit. He still has some Hellbats here, which is kind of crazy at this stage. He still does have 4 Hellbats at the front, and well, another Queen going down. Another couple of Hellions going to move into Hellbats too, and a couple of Zerglings also getting picked off there. More Zerglings coming on the way. Finally, a Bane Nest from Reynor. uThermal over time is catching up, but it really feels like uThermal's SCV's count is just raising so slowly. Almost as though he lost some or something, but that's not been the case. Kind of a little bit crazy. Anyways, Lings are going to continue going down. Another Hellion going to morph into this Hellbat once again. Oh, I mean, at the end of the day, uThermal really has applied enough now to catch up on work count. You can see what I mean though, like this point here, there was just such a lead from Reynor, and I mean, it was just kind of off the cancel of the CC, I suppose. I mean, Reynor definitely puts himself ahead on that, and, well, then he maybe got a bit too greedy as well. And I think that's what you got to remember as well, like, you know, a bit too greedy definitely is something that can be used to describe the play of Reynor. He has, yeah, you don't want to target fire your own hatchery, mate. 3 workers going down to that Liberator. It goes down pretty quick overall, though. And it's just, these Hellbats coming back up towards the upper right-hand side. 2 Dropper Lords coming in, so Reynor's just going to go all in against this. He's lost workers, and similar to the first game, after losing workers, he's just going to go immediately to the counter-attack. It's going to be interesting. What is there from uThermal? He's got some Hellions which are moving across the map again. Banes are getting ready to bust on through. The Hellbat part of the wall is actually not great for him at all right now. Another Hellbat or 2 going to come in behind the wall, and now these Hellions will attack over the left side. So obviously Reynor again just feeling like the counter damage because maybe he's just killed enough Hellbats. Well, honestly, it's not a terrible idea, but I mean, it didn't work in game 1. However, this time, I mean, it's a bit of a Bane bust as well. Those initial Hellbats are now going to split up, which means there's a lot of Banes to actually just straight up use on units. He doesn't get to soak any Banes with the Warlord at all. uThermal doesn't move any SCVs away either, so he's going to take a lot of damage here. Somehow only 6 workers at the moment have gone down in this, but more Lings obviously streaming in and the Queens are about to arrive. uThermal's army supply is down and hurting. He's starting to make a 4-2 and he's starting to get into some more bits and pieces, but now the entire natural is under, well, it's gone. The third base has to be cancelled, and this natural mineral line just doesn't exist any longer. Reynor, with this counter-aggression, is really starting to make this work out, because what else does uThermal do at this stage? Another couple of Hellions coming out in the next couple of moments. I'm not sure. I mean, he's got Queens in the main base too, so he's losing workers for that. Trying to make some Cyclones and 4s, but these units have just not come out soon enough to really help him defend. He's 20 workers down, but he also lost the third base, which means that he's only going to have, you know, it's not like he can just produce 3 SCVs at a time and get back into this. He is starting to fight these Queens. He is going to start shutting them down. He's actually getting a lot of kills on these Queens, so they are going to keep on dropping. I think the biggest issue here overall now for Reynor is just going to be, or for uThermal maybe, is that he is still 20 workers down with so many more Lings coming over. And there's no wall or anything to protect once again. 1 SCV already on this low ground, and uThermal just is not going to be able to keep up the production. Just going to see the Cyclones locking on again, and we do see this Overlord taking damage. Oh, he nearly loses this orbital on the natural. I mean, obviously he cannot allow that to happen. Reynor picks off these couple of refineries, and it does indeed feel as though Reynor's done enough this time. I mean, those 4s are going to be difficult to kill with a few Hellbats around them as well. So it's not over yet. uThermal's army supply is actually up there, 34 to 48. That's only because Reynor is now being drawn in like a madman to get ahead in the game, or to get ahead in work count. I mean, he was ahead, but he obviously is trying to get further ahead here. 41 to 14 workers. Here we go. The Lings are going to run on in. I mean, the Hellbats are, well, they don't really want to be well spread against the Lings alone. The problem is those 4s as well, fully surrounded. It doesn't, you know, it takes a lot of Lings to kill a 4, but in this scenario, it's going to be good enough. And he's also going to force the lift on the CC yet again, just by kind of targeting it down for a moment, because it was getting so low. And if he let it be targeted, it would have just gone down. There wasn't SCVs here to repair it. uThermal is struggling as Banelings drop in towards the main mineral line, and that is just even more damage done. 2 more Banes are going to drop down where they're not going to do too much. I mean, he's hitting the 4. I mean, I guess better than nothing, right? Better than just getting killed, but obviously still not quite going to be enough. He's pulling away to the side, and it is Reynor. He's looking as though he's the one to take the lead in this series, to take us to a 4th game with him in the lead in this grand final. If he wins this, I'm just honestly going to be without words. He's been so impressive recently. Again, need I reiterate, like his last week or so, well, when was it? I mean, I guess the 21st. So it's been the last like in the last 9 days. He won the WardiTV Christmas Invitational number 2. He just won today the GG of the Year 2017. It's like $800 already. If he wins this today, he'll have made $1,000 over the last like 9 days or something. That's absolutely crazy. Just gonna be seeing those Hellions still gathering up in the center. Fairness where fairness is due, uThermal's army supply could get something done. 40 army supply against 37, +1 against +1. It's possible. And it's mech, which is pretty efficient army supply as well. Although it's mostly Hellions with a couple of Cyclones and 1 4, which is already pretty low on health. 7 SCVs go down there. Bane drop comes in towards the natural expansion. Again, just a real back and forth run here between the 2 players of the Queens. Coming towards once again, and we're just going to be seeing the Hellions throwing it in, and just going to be seeing the boys again, just going to be kind of fighting on in. Bane's going off, and well, again, the initial Bane hits don't really do too much, but these ones are going to be juicy. It's a lot of Hellbats. That is the moment where we see a GG from uThermal. Reynor is up 2-1. Let's see how this is going to go. Down by a map right now to the top left-hand side is our Red Terran player from Team Liquid. Give it up. It is uThermal. And to the top right-hand side, our Blue Zerg player from Prophecy Esports. Let's hear it if you're cheering on Reynor. What's up, Anthony C303 coming in with the $3.99 donation. Saying, picking you up singing, rocket ship flying through the sky. Wardy is my little guy. Thank you very much for the $4 donation, bro. Anthony C303. Can we get some love in the chat, please, for Anthony? Thank you very much for the support, yo. Appreciate the $4. It's going to be our last game of the night, guys, so I want to see them in the chat right now. If you're supporting one of these players, look how close it is on the hashtags. Hashtag uThermal, hashtag Reynor. It's 50-50. I want to see who you're supporting. Hashtags right now in the chat. Let's see who you are cheering on. Let's see who's going to come out on the chat favorite at the end, or at potentially the end here. Pull first again, uThermal. This game just has to be more careful with this Reaper, surely. He's actually going to move down this way. I like it. I mean, this is a very common way for the Lings to come, right? Avoid the kind of top side, because that's where the Reaper's going to go anywhere. And we are going to be seeing those Lings coming up this side. uThermal, he sees it, and he will start to kite away with the Reaper. So this time he shouldn't really have to kind of obviously cancel the CC, maybe run around with the SCV a little bit. He's actually just going to lose the SCV. But, well, again, he's not going to kind of have to cancel the CC, right? So that's already a big victory compared to the last games. It's gone a lot better. As you're going to see this Reaper into the main base, and it's going to be seeing another couple of Lings going down. Nicely done here by uThermal. This time defended perfectly. Very well done. We're going to see this Reaper will be able to get across towards the upper right-hand side once again in the next couple of moments. Just going to be seeing the starboard coming up here from uThermal now. He's got that reactor on the factory. He's actually interesting. I don't know. I don't think there's really a reason for him not to wall here, in particular on this map compared to others. So no real kind of idea about that. Tech Lab on the barracks obviously opens up the opportunity to go into something like a Banshee or so, which you haven't really seen too much of. But it's a very safe option here on Battle on the Boardwalk. A much smaller map obviously allows him to go into something like the the Banshee to shut down like a quick roach push, which is just so much faster on Battle on the Boardwalk because of the short rush distance through the top side. Now, it doesn't have to be a Banshee. He puts on the Tech Lab for now. He's just going to be a Viking first. It could be like a fake cloak. It could just be a fake Banshee. It could be a Banshee as a follow-up. Start cloak soon and then go Banshee next, so it has like cloak when it first arrives. As you are just going to be seeing this Reaper continue to come away towards the upper left-hand side. Alright, we got some hashtags coming in. Hashtag Reynor, of course, says V. William. Hashtag uThermal from Sugar SC2. Dururu is hashtag Reynor, so is K. Carl. Mark Lift, Luke Bomber. Hashtag Reynor from Spyro the Dragoon. Hashtag uThermal from Angelos585, though. Some uThermals coming in from Simply Insane. Bob 1088. Hashtag uThermal from Tungdill. And from Beyond Petroleum. Reynor getting the more hashtags overall, though, from Shmogan as well, for Super Sub-Zero. Thank you guys for letting us know who you're supporting here. Hashtag Team Wardy says, hello Zerglin with the cheer 100. Thank you for the bits as well, mate. Appreciate the support as the Viking does get an overload and gets pushed away. So the Tech Lab not actually going to be used for anything here for now, just a Liberator on the way up. And in the meantime, just more Hellions. Armory on the way. It's going to be that Hellbat attack again. But this game is going to be aggression from the get-go from Reynor. Bane Nest already coming through. He's actually going to Queen Drop. So he's going to be Queen Dropping before these Hellbats come across the map. This does put us into a little bit of an interesting scenario. 4 Hellions then, 4th Queen, sorry, going to be up on the top side. And we are going to be seeing the Bane Nest about to finish up. +1 melee now on the way behind the mineral line. And, well, this is actually the attack uThermal went for in game 1 with a couple of Cyclones mixed in and obviously the Liberator to go into the main base at the same time. So let's see how that goes. We're actually at the same time going to follow the Queen on the picture-in-picture for you guys just to see how that Queen drop goes. So here we go. An Evil Chamber Wall is not going to hold very long at all against this Hellbat Cyclone. And there's that Liberator into the main base. Meanwhile, Queens are picking up the first few SCVs in that mineral line as we're going to be seeing uThermal. Losing 8 workers already. Needs to start split and does not want those bins to do that much damage. And they got a couple good connections here right away. Still some Cyclones doing okay though. Another couple of Banes starting to come on through. Liberator is picking up reinforcing units. And that Queen drop is now picked back up and back in play, but is actually going towards the main base. However, the natural of Reynor is starting to go down. More Lings are arriving. He'll lose a Cyclone here, uThermal. He still hasn't gotten rid of that hatchery, and he'll be losing more drones, very SCV shortly. But actually, now 2 cyclones back at home as well, starting to defend that. And that queen drop, well, he does have transfusions. Oh my god, is he going to get the hatchery actually? It's going to get very low. The cyclone is going for it. Oh my god, the zerglings. They actually saved this hatchery on 8 hit points. Liberator is still in play, 11 kills on this in total. Back over here, the queens are not doing too much else. Again, these cyclones and Hellions are slowly cleaning this up. It's a nice man crew to save a couple of them. Liberator towards the natural. I cannot believe how low this hatchery is. Down on only 15 hit points right now. It is so low. It's so close to falling. As you're going to see that Liberator continue to be targeted down right now. Lings, Banes gathering together. I'm going to get ready to counterattack in. I mean, Reynor loves these counters. He's been playing so kind of just aggressive after an attack all day so far. As you're going to see SCVs and Hellies in the main. Should be able to deal with it. Banes do not move into the natural yet. uThermal actually pulls away SCVs from the natural, actually, just straight up. And those Banes are just going to go off, trying to blow up his way in towards the main. Meanwhile, more drones across the map. The Liberator went huge this game. 11 more drones, and Reynor is down and maybe just out for the count. 24 drones against 44 SCVs. It's GG, uThermal. This build is a deadly one, and it's what is going to be carrying him through this Game 5. It's been fun. We've had some great games from it, and if you did miss any, they'll be up on the YouTube over the next few days. youtube.com/WardiTV. Well, let's see how this goes. To the bottom right, a red Terran player from Team Liquid. It is uThermal. Tying this up 2 apiece. Top left-hand side, our blue Zerg player from Prophecy Esports. Pool first again for Reynor. If you guys are enjoying these games and you'd like the replays to learn from, use, or whatever you fancy, you guys will get this replay pack on New Year's Day, alongside the rest of the replays again, and that does go out to subscribers. So if you guys are looking for some replays, there's already 400 plus replays from December in our replay pack, and it's going to be added in another 100 to 200 from this week or last 10 days or so. So that's going to be coming in. I think it's just one that was just about last 10 days. So it's going to be all of these games from the Invitational, the GG of the Year games, the Go for SC2 we casted, whatever else we casted in the last few days. Those are all going to be in the new replay pack on New Year's Day. A little gift to enter 2018 from me to you, the subs. So that's New Year's Day if you guys are looking for something. Well, here we go, as we do see it's Reynor who's actually gonna, or was gonna, throw down the Roach Rowan, but he thinks twice about it after he gets scouted by uThermal. uThermal with the SCV across the map actually went down. That's what I was just getting a little bit confused about. So a little bit of a mind game there by Reynor, making this look like a Roach-based attack, but then it actually isn't. And uThermal, will he call this bluff? I mean, it's such a risky play to call. You know, you can't just call this bluff, right? Because what if it goes wrong? Goes wrong, I don't even know. We're going to see that Reaper is going to be coming in to fight those first few Zerglings, but the CC finishes. The SCV should be able to, if not get away completely, can at least run for a little bit. We're seeing another grenade going down, and Reaper is continuing to fight away at some of these Lings. Oh, the SCV is probably going to die. He turns back around. He's going to keep on running. 2 Hellions might be able to save him. No! This Zergling is a murderer. Zergling gets the SCV kill at the end, and we will see the 3rd hatchery now on the way up as well, as Reynor gets ready for his mid-game. Here on Abyssal Reef, I mean, obviously this could end early like the other games. This could be quick, quick aggressive, all over counter-attack galore. This could be the map where we get a very, very long game out of these players. Just going to be seeing the Queen there pushing that Hellion away, just like that. Speed on the way up. Bit of a later link speed just with the way that Reynor opened here. And the Viking from uThermal will start to move around the map. We'll be able to start picking away at those Overlords. We'll start up Cloak here to maybe make it look like a Banshee follow-up, but it is once again just that Liberator. It's starting to look very similar to that game number game number 1, game number 4 build All he's missing is the Cyclones, although he still isn't making them. So maybe no intention to here. As Reynor not going to do anything funky, not going to start dropping queens or anything. As we are going to be seeing those Hellions picking away at the Zerglings. Reynor replays for everybody because we like it's a good way to reward subscribers, which obviously helps us to support events like this. So it's a bit of a thank you for helping to support the event and helping to make these events a reality. And also because if we gave out replays to literally everybody, the players get a little bit more upset. You know, if you hand out replays to subs, players are kind of understanding, like they're agreeing to play in these tournaments. Like, you know, it's a fairly select number of people. Some people don't want their replays accessed by literally everyone possible, so it's just a way to reward subs is the main reason, though. We'll see. Hellions over here, I mean, there's an armory on the way up, but may not necessarily kind of lead into a Hellbat attack this time around. Drones going down as the Liberator sets up on the natural expansion. Meanwhile, Hellions are going to try and go in towards the third, but there is a Baneling there and a few more Zerglings to go at it with. We'll actually turn around for the next Bane, as we will see a little into the main, and we'll just have to be repositioned on that Spore Crawler. Reynor taking some damage right now. 7, 8, 9. Look at me, guys. I can count to 10 and beyond. 11, 12. And that's going to be where this ends. However, Hellions are also on the third base, and so it's 15 workers in total, and still breaking through here. I mean, picking off another Baneling, getting more Zerglings. All of this helps out, and uThermal hasn't really lost much right now. Now he does morph these Hellions into Hellbats. I'm not sure if that's... I'm not even sure. Oh, we're going to see these Hellbats are going to move away. I mean, obviously, it's like maybe they can do something, but in this case, I guess it's kind of an unfair comparison because we can see that they didn't do too much. Bunch of Lings through the center of the map, and Reynor will throw down a Spire. Wow. A Spire coming into play. That's pretty sick as we see the third base coming down the right-hand side. You're going to be seeing a couple of SCVs getting picked off, and you're just going to be seeing Hellbats continuing over in this direction. I mean, the third base on the way up still. Again, we're just going to be seeing those Hellbats pushing those Zerglings away. Get out of here. Get out of here, you daft little Lings. That's what those Hellbats are saying. But yeah, the Spire, wow, what a way to open. The thing is, Spire play really fell out of fashion with mech, especially because so many players with mech started opening in that way with the where they went for the kind of the double 4 drops, right? Now, if uThermal doesn't go double 4 drop here, maybe he doesn't have the anti-air he needs to fight those mutas, but well, if he does go double 4, will those mutas be able to do enough? There's gas for 7 or 8 of them right away here. I think the other thing is, though, there's a Viking out. I mean, it doesn't seem like a lot. Okay, now there's not a Viking out. We are going to see those Hellbats continue to split away. Actually gets killed on the 4th hatchery. No cancel. It's going to cost him pretty much every unit, though. But he doesn't actually see anything about what's going on still. So he still doesn't know exactly what's happening here. There's another hatch. Will be placed potentially in the next few moments. And the Zergling's going to be running across over the right-hand side. Again, 12 meters on the way up. It's 12 meters coming through. We're just going to be seeing... just moving on around. Just going to be seeing those Zerglings getting picked away at here. See more drones running in towards the... more Hellions running in towards the third base, and uThermal is barbecuing, and Reynor just falling apart a little bit in these later stages. With more Hellions, that still gets some damage done with the blue flame, but he doesn't target. This could be seeing Reynor again. A little bit fortunate there, because that actually could have been a lot more drones than it was at the very end. He was coming in towards the natural, though, and this is where uThermal has to check how ready he was. First 4 is on the way up, but that is really just the first 4. From having done quite a lot in this game, now uThermal is having some nightmares, because these tanks are going down one at a time. And we are going to be seeing, well, at least the missile turret is there to push these mutas away. 4 going to pop in the main, but has to be so careful. He needs more than 1, obviously. Starts up a second one. I think this first 4 might be in trouble. We're going to be seeing these Mutas coming into play then. The first actual 4-shot does a lot. Oh my god, Mutas disappear there. SCVs need to repair the 4 though. He doesn't get it in time, and now the next 4 is taking a long time to come out. There's a tank coming out up here. Reynor's doing a lot. Lings are all over the place. Meanwhile, across the map, Hellions and Hellbats are still going huge. 13 workers pretty much on either side of the map. Missile turret gets repaired last second. Another Hellbat going down here. uThermal and Reynor are trading blows. A medevac saves a siege tank here. It goes back. The Muta's on towards the missile turret, but more missile turrets. Shots are picking off Mutalisks. Oh my god. This orbital, oh my god, the orbital over here is going to go down, so uThermal actually loses a base. What on earth is going on? Absolute mayhem so far here in game number 5. This medevac on the way back home with a Hellbat might get picked off by Mutas too. Will boost it, will escape. uThermal will stabilize. 60 workers to 46. He's way ahead on SCVs, but he doesn't have the bases to use them. He's missing a natural. So the income is actually going to be very even between the two of them. I mean, for 15 more workers, but long distance mining, it's okay. Because, I mean, 46 workers is basically only 2 base saturation anyways. uThermal using the medevac drops to transport the 4s around. And we are going to be seeing uThermal is going to start moving across the map. Kind of risky, because if there's more Mutalisks, I don't think you can really fight more Mutalisks right now. As you're going to see a Hydra attack into the 3rd base. Reynor's going to start finding some SCVs. More damage being done here. The missile turret goes down, and that might just be the end of those, of the 3rd base in general here for uThermal. It looks as though the command center is going to die. And so uThermal is on a one last push effort to try and clean this up. There goes the 3rd base. Okay, uThermal is completely all in with this push across the map. And right now, Reynor's getting enough units up that I think he might just about be able to make it happen. Hellbats, tanks, setting up here, pushing up the ramp. I think this is just about going to be it, because uThermal, he has to win this right now. And can he win this right now? It's going to be so difficult. The tanks are sieged up though, and there isn't anything to really help with the tanks. For the Zerg's point of view, he's counter-attacking with more Zerglings, which is just completely unneeded. Hydras are already over here. Maybe it's just meant to be a surround on 2 sides? I'm not sure. We're going to see this 4 in the front. I mean, more Mutas would be a fantastic way to shut this down, because it's only 1-4. But I guess for now, only 1-4 is kind of enough. Well, if he comes in from 2 different sides, we will see uThermal maybe in a lot of trouble here, because those tanks cannot fire everywhere at once. And here we go. So many Lings leading the charge into this. Reynor from the top left, Reynor from the bottom right. And as he pushes on in, every single tank is going to go down. Reynor cleans up everything, and he's going to do it. He is going to have one hell of a day. If he wins this, remember, he's going to win his 2nd event today. Over $800 banked from just 2 tournaments. Absolutely crazy. This kid is having one hell of a month, because right now he really seems to be somewhat unstoppable. As we're going to be seeing these Hydras, Lings gathering together, and we're just going to be seeing these Hydras splitting up. A couple more Hellions going down. Lings continue to move on forwards. Meanwhile, well, I guess the Hellbats are doing Hellions are doing a good job of cleaning up, but this will not last forever, and we're going to start seeing exactly why just now, as those Lings and Hydras continue to push on through. And this is just about going to be it. 1-4 going to start being repaired perhaps, but Lings have got us around. Hydras are still fighting this. Reynor just cannot quite break him. uThermal will stay alive on the one single base that he has left. And it really is the only base he has left. He lost the other 2. First to the Mutas, then to the Hydras. uThermal down on 37 supply. He'll try and fight it, but it is not looking good. It is not looking good at all. Just to answer a quick question in the chat. The replays I'm talking about are replays that you can load up in the game, pause, do whatever you want with. The VODs are always available. They are not behind a subscriber wall. uThermal is going to be Hellions ablazing, fighting against a few more of these Zerglings. This 4 is just about going to go down. And now it's just a few Hellions. Queens are marching across the map. Reynor looks as though he's going to take this in a 5-game series. Absolutely crazy. What a fun tournament. What a fun game. uThermal is on his deathbed right now, as we're going to be seeing. Well, I mean, okay, Blue Flame Hellions will trade well against Lings and Hydras, which is all Reynor is making. But Reynor can just make so much of it that it really doesn't matter. I mean, uThermal was trying his hard out, kiting away, whatever. But now Queens are coming in. There's absolutely no answer for the Queens arriving. uThermal doesn't even have gas mining. He has no refineries. All he can make is Hellions, and now obviously he can morph them into Hellbats. And SCVs are going to pull one in to try and keep this alive, as Reynor is going to be able to lose everything over here once again. God damn it. When I'm trying to hype it up. I'm trying to make it exciting. Hellions and Hellbats continue to come on through. They're actually going to clean up every single... Oh my god, he's going to clean up every single Hydra. He still only has pure Hellion. Okay, 3 meters will end this game. Okay, that will do it. That will actually do this here. That will make the difference. 3 meterless on the way up. A few Zerglings. I mean, the Hellions are going to run by, and maybe they'll get some more damage done. As we're going to be seeing the Hydras here pushing this back. Finally, Reynor just like, okay, alright, I get it. You don't want to die easily. I'll finally make the one thing you definitely can't do anything with. Especially if you're not mining any gas at all. Yeah, just at the same time has a little bit of a Ling run by, which is killing off some SCVs as well. And there go the Mutalist. As the Mutalist come in, uThermal will probably realize that this is it. GG! And Reynor takes it 3 games to 2.